Hello, good evening, and welcome. You've just entered the arena. I'm Michael Coren, and whoa, what a show for you tonight! Well, I would say that, wouldn't I? No. I'm going to let you into a little secret. Well, actually, it's quite a big secret. Please keep it to yourselves and don't tell anyone unless they have a signed note from someone who works on one of those TV stations that all seem to be hosted by the same bland people with the same bland views, or a licensed pundit, or someone who lives on the island of misfit toys, more popularly known as the Ottawa Citizen, Globe and Mail, or Toronto Star. OK, here goes. During the last election, the Tories had people calling Michael Ignatieff, posing as experts on how to win elections. They told him that if he really wanted to win, he would have to appear extremely wooden and boring, seem to have no empathy or concern for ordinary Canadians, be extremely pompous and out of touch, have no policies that answered the questions the electorate were asking, and also make it look as if he was the devil when he smiled. Now, being the good man that he is, Michael respected those callers and set about doing what they had suggested. The result was a man who looked like Satan when he smiled, was lacking in compassion, empathy, credibility and charisma, with no policies or answers. The evil scum! Without these calls, the Liberals would have swept to power and would, as we speak, be taking Canada into a new dawn of prosperity, ice cream, international respect, more ice cream, eternal life, and ice cream. Bloody Tories. They stole democracy, they raped freedom, they hurt our feelings, and they dared to win. Now, you're going to hear people arguing that the main riding concern in all this guelph was one of the few actually won by the Liberals by a whacking 6,000 votes, so that the so-called robocalls issues didn't influence anything at all. You will also hear them say that the NDP took away lots of Liberal seats too, and nobody is accusing them of making misleading phone calls. They will also tell you that the Tories won seats by thousands and thousands of votes, and that the polls before and after the actual votes had the Conservatives sweeping to power. Look, ignore all this nasty truth and embrace the template currently being pushed by the Liberals and their friends in the mainstream media. It doesn't matter that there is no evidence, that the numbers of complaints are obviously engineered by the same people who always flood complaints lines to various government bodies, and that this is a massive example of spoilt and bad losers. No! This is the most important scandal in the history of politics. It must be, because Bob Rae tells me so, and nobody could accuse Bob Rae of being someone who has played the political system almost all of his working life, and is a perfect example of the sort of professional politician who has shamed the system and made it the joke it is so often considered. Not at all. All you have to do is remember that every moment of every day, your joy, prosperity and well-being are directly ruined by the possibility that some Tories may or may not have performed a pale and meagre imitation of the sort of thing the Liberals have been indulging in for decades. Do not forget, or we'll telephone you in the middle of the night and scream at you.